going on, Barely Homemade fans? Welcome to episode 3 of season 2. Today it is a gorgeous day outside if you love fall, which I do. It's like in the upper 60s, maybe lower 70s, overcast. It's very much a fall day for us here in Texas. I know people in the north may not think so, but for us, that is fall weather. And I was trying to decide one day if I wanted chili or if I wanted pozole. And pozole, for those who don't know, is a Mexican kind of soup that has hominy in it, either pork or chicken, and just lots of spices and goodness and awesomeness. So I was like, you know what, why can't I just do both? And that's exactly where this recipe comes in today. So it is basically a play on pozole and chili and combining those two. So we're making a chili, but with the spices that we would normally see in menudo. And we actually are going to be using hominy. Now, for regular Texas chili, disclaimer, there's nothing, there's no beans, there's no tomato, no nothing. This is not that, but it still tastes amazing. And you know why? Because this is my recipe and I do what I want. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, all right? So first we have 1 pound of ground sirloin. This is the 90-10. It is pretty lean, but we are gonna get some fat from it as well. Now, for me at least, when I eat chili and it's just all ground beef, or ground sirloin, it can be a little bit heavy. So I started using some ground turkey in conjunction with that, and it actually lightened up a little bit. And turkey is a little bit healthier than beef, so you know, whatever. So we're gonna be using 1 pound of ground sirloin, 1 pound of ground turkey, and you're not even gonna know the difference. I promise you, people out there that say chili is made with beef. I don't care. It's my recipe. Again, I do what I want. But hey, and if you want to do all beef, go right ahead. If you want to do all turkey, go right ahead. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right. So first off, actually, before we get started, of course, I got my drink. I found these a couple months ago, and I wanted to wait till actual fall season. And I'm a fan of Blue Moon. If y'all, I'm sure you've heard of Blue Moon, but this is the mango wheat, and it's awesome. It is just a hint of sweetness. I thought it was going to be really, really sweet. It's really not. It's a really great flavor, really smooth. Highly recommend it. So we're going to start off. We're going to brown our meat. Put in a little bit of olive oil in, probably about 2 tablespoons per pound, and we're putting in our meat. Wow. Okay. And now we're going to cook. We're just going to let it brown. And that should take all of about probably 5 minutes. All right, so this is already almost done. Like I said, it's been about 5, maybe 6 minutes. And as we're going, you definitely want to break it apart. You don't want any large chunks, so that's going to kind of be hard to eat. And we are almost pretty much done here. There's not a whole lot of pink left. You can also see that fat that was rendering. That's from that 10% fat from the beef. Well, and the turkey too. I think that was 90% as well. Okay, so now the great thing about Texas is that we have menudo mixes kind of already pre-made. So that's what I'm going to be using. That was my shortcut for today. We are going to be using, generally you want 2 teaspoons per pound of meat. So since we're using 2 pounds of meat, we're going to use 4 tablespoons of our menudo mix, and that's just going straight in there. We're also going to be using 1.5 tablespoons of garlic powder. Next is 1 tablespoon of, sorry, that was garlic powder. This is onion powder. 1 tablespoon of this. Then we are going to be using 1.5 tablespoons of salt. Next we are going to be using 1/2 tablespoon of comino, that's cumin. And chili powder. This is just kind of to taste. You can totally leave this out if you want to, not a big deal. I do like a little bit of spice. So I'm probably going to be using about maybe half a tablespoon. No, that was about a tablespoon. Oh well, we'll figure it out later. But again, that's just totally up to you. Okay. Now, next, just to get a little bit more liquid in there, we are going to be using tomato paste. This is going to be a very tomatoey chili. And you want to incorporate anything. I don't know if you can see this. There are some like spots that haven't been seasoned, I can tell. So you're just kind of moving, again, just breaking it up. If you see large chunks going along the way. Over here, you can see some. And it's great to have a wooden spoon like this. Well, it's more like a wooden spatula, but this works really well, I find, for making chili. Because I can kind of get down in there, get the sides if I need to. So that works. All right, so we're going to be using, we do have 1 can, it's about 8 ounces of tomato sauce. Right in there. And we also are going to be using, this is about half a tablespoon of liquid smoke. A little goes a long way. So don't get crazy. Okay, so we're mixing. It already smells amazing. My audience members, what do y'all think?
Yeah, it smells really good.
No. Okay, so now we are going to be using some hominy. Now this you do find in, this is what you actually call pozole. So when you say pozole, yes, it means the soup, but this is actually pozole, hominy. Okay, so we're going to add that in as well. And we're just mixing. Okay, now everything's good. I need everything to incorporate. So we are going to put this on low, all right? So I had this at about 2 out of 6, so just kind of use your own judgment with that. So we're going to kind of let this kind of simmer. I'm going to add a little bit more water just because I want more water. It is going to evaporate, so I'm not really worried about that. But I do want more water just so kind of that'll help the hominy kind of cook along the way as well. So I'm going to put a little bit of water. Like I said, yes, it looks watery. It's going to be fine. It's going to evaporate. Everything's going to be gravy. Oh, chili, not gravy. All right, so we're going to let this simmer, honestly, for about 30 minutes, an hour. Kind of let your nose and taste. So, while the chili is doing its thing and simmering, we're going to be making our Pepp-o-lanterns, which we're going to be putting the chili in here. Now, I got orange ones, obviously, because it's supposed to be a pumpkin. But, I mean, if you want to get green or whatever, that's fine. Now, I did not choose these, unfortunately, but if you can see, there are differences. So there are some that have 3 little bumps and some that have 4. These are the males, these are the females. For something like this, you definitely want the males because they stand up a little better. And we're going to be putting them in the oven, so you do want something that's not going to fall over. But if you do get something like this that really doesn't stand up too well, just take your knife, cut where you kind of feel, and it'll stand. And you're gonna be fine, okay? Always have a jumble nearby. I've already done one just to kind of test it out. And I don't know if you can see. Kind of right there. You can kind of see. It's gonna be great because the chili's gonna come out here and it's gonna kind of ooze out of its mouth. It's gonna be really fun. Really fun for the kids as well. This is a great kids activity that y'all can do with them, okay? So first off, we are going to cut the lid and just go all the way down. Try to, okay? And we're gutting it, taking out all the insides. And then we're gonna take a small paring knife and that's when you're going to make your incisions. So you want to kind of find the biggest part of it. So for me, that's going to be about like right here. Okay, so you're going to insert. We're going to start with the eyes. Okay, so we're making 2 triangles. You're going to make 1 slit, 2 slit, and 3, and then it just pops out. Okay, so that's 1 eye, 2 eye, and it doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. This is just kind of something fun you can do with your kids. Just be careful, obviously, I don't have to tell you. Now we're making the nose. Now same thing, we're doing 1 slit, 2 slit, 3 slit, and then push down. Now the mouth is going to be a little bit trickier. So what I do a really small kind of slit, kind of right down the middle, because we do need to make room for our teeth. Okay, and I'll show you all kind of what that's going to look like. Okay, so it's not that big. It's not that big. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, see right there? It's not that big, but there is an opening. But we are going to make it bigger because we're going to be making the teeth. And you're just going to go in and just kind of make triangular cuts all the way through to make it seem like teeth. You may have to hold it. Alright, so we got our teeth going. And 1 more. Now we still need the bottom. Don't forget about the bottom. Okay, so we're going to do kind of the same thing. Try to go in reverse of what you did at the top. And I'll show you kind of what I mean by that. All right, we are done with our second one. Empty it out. How cool does that look? Come on, people. And the lid, just kind of leave it intact. And you're going to put that on top, okay? And I'll kind of show you how to position them once everything's already done. So we're going to go ahead and do the other one. And once the chili's done, we're going to just fill them up to the top, maybe add some cheese, and put them in the oven. They're going to go on for about at 400, probably for about 10 to 15 minutes, all right? We'll be back. Okay, so this has been going on for about 30 minutes already. By the powers of YouTube magic, 30 minutes have passed by. So we have these ready. We have our Pepp-o-lanterns. We're actually going to put a little bit of cheese. Now, some of them, when you cut, you may cut a little bit of hole in the bottom. That's fine. Just put some cheese on there, and it'll kind of cover that up. So we're going to take it's probably going to be about a scoop. Try not to put too much, because then it's going to get everywhere. Too much on the spoon, I mean. Okay. 1. Maybe a little bit more on that one. And so yeah, and we are going to just top these. I'm just going to show you so we can get through it. We're going to put these, so we're going to put actually more cheese, more cheese on top, because I like my cheese. Now, the tops, what I like to do, I kind of just nestle them in right on top. Not necessarily cover them, because they might fall off, like it just did. Okay, so just kind of find a way that you can nestle it in, just like so. It's still going to cook and everything, so you should be fine. All right? So again, these are going in the oven, 400 for about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, so we're going to put them in, and you're going to see the end result. Guys, we are all done. This is the finished product. It looks so freaking cute. I can't stand it. Your kids will definitely eat this. It looks kind of gory. You got some of the chili coming out of the mouth. It looks amazing, but does it taste amazing? Let's see. Man, that hits a spot. It is so good. It is so hearty. And you can even tell that I use turkey in this. This is so good. Do a little dollop of sour cream. Mmm. 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 Get out of here. This is so good. I really hope you all make this. Make it your own recipe. You can do whatever you want in these lanterns. If you want to put, you can do like chicken lettuce wraps in this. Go back to season 1. I believe it was like episode 28, 29, something like that. You can definitely put it in here. And you are getting some of the flavor from the bell pepper in there. And you can eat it if you want to just kind of cut into it, eat it with the chili. You can do that too, because now they've been cooked. They're a little bit softer. The flavors are a little bit calmer, so it's gonna work out great. That is it. Episode 3, season 2. Our Pepp-o-lanterns with Manula spiced chili. I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you all are being safe. Again, wear your masks. Be safe out there. Please share, subscribe, tell your friends about it. If y'all do any of these recipes, like send me pictures. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm obviously on YouTube now. Tell me what y'all think. I want to know what y'all if y'all have any feedback or anything. All right, that is it for us. I'm signing off. We'll see y'all pretty soon. Have a good one.